miscount something because I want to finalize these marks today. Okay. Goed, by die eerste een sê hulle vir jou die punte B, C en D punt op die sirkelrand met die middelpunt O. They give you those parallel lines and then they also tell you that the line EAP is a tangent to the circle and then you just had to complete the statement. So they say this angle ABC will be equal to what and the reason is angle in a semicircle. Wat moet dit wees? 90 degrees. An angle in a semicircle is equal to 90 degrees. So all you have to write there to get your mark is 90 degrees. That's it. Okay. Next one, they say the angle HAE, that's this one. HAE is equal to what? Also 90 degrees because you have to know that the tangent and the radius is perpendicular to one another. Enige vrae daar? Hulle het vir jou die rede gegee, so jy moes net gekyk het wat die grootte van die hoek is. These are swapped around. They now tell you that this one is equal to 65 degrees. A lot of you wrote tan chord theorem. It can't be the tan chord theorem if you're looking at this one. Because if this is the chord, then this is the angle in the opposite circle segment. What you had to use for that is the set of parallel lines. And it was as simple as saying those two angles are alternating angles. So your reason would be alternating angles and you had to write the parallel lines. Verwisselende hoeke met EP parallel aan DB. Good. And then C1 is the one that you could use the tan chord theorem. Want hulle het vir jou gesê, jy daai ene. If this is the base of my triangle, then this is the triangle. And therefore C1 will be equal to 65. Hoek tussen raaklyn en koord. Okay. Enige vrae tot daar? Okay. Goed, hier het hulle vir jou gesê in die diagram is oor die middelpunt van die sirkel A, B, C en D is punte op die omtrek van die sirkel. Then they tell you that the chord DC is extended to E, so this is a straight line. And they tell you that the angle DOC is equal to 80 degrees en dan het hulle nog 'n hoek wat gelyk is aan 80 grade, hierdie hoek BCE en hulle gee vir jou dat hierso 2 loodregte lyne is. Dit is alles op die skets. Okay, now remember what I told you guys. You have to use that description. Is there a tangent in that sketch? No tangent. So you can't use a tangent chord or a radius perpendicular to tangent at all. Do we have a middle line? We have the midpoint, but do we have a diameter? No. So can you use angle in a semicircle? No. But since we have the midpoint, there are some things that you can use. Ons kan byvoorbeeld die radiusse gebruik, né? Hoekom? Want ons weet radiusse is oral gelyk aan mekaar. So you have the option of using something like angles opposite equal radii. Die ander stelling wat ons kan gebruik as 'n middelpunt is ons kan nie ene gebruik wat sê die hoek by die omtrek van die sirkel is helfte die hoek. Die hoek by die middelpunt van die sirkel is 2 keer die grootte van die hoek by die sirkel se omtrek. Okay. Then let's look at the points on the circle circumference. Do you see A, B, C and D is on the circle circumference? Is daar enige plek 'n struktas wat mens daar kan inteken? Nee, nêrens nie. So we cannot use angles on the same circle segment. But those 4 points form a cyclic quad. So met ander woorde, ons kan gebruik maak van die stellings wat 'n koorde vierhoek gebruik. Before you even start this question, those are the things you have to look at. You guys were giving me reasons about stuff that is not even on that sketch. There are no parallel lines on this sketch. Nêrens nie. So jy kan nie gebruik maak van parallelle lyne nie. Okay. They ask you to determine the angle of DAC. It's this one up here. So we say that A1, or you can call it angle DAC, will be equal to 40 degrees. Middelpunthoek is 2 keer omtrekshoek. Twee punt 1.2 het hulle vir jou gevra vir die hoek DAB. DAB beteken hierdie hele ene. And that angle you can get by using the exterior angle of a cyclic quad. Look at what they give you. They give you an exterior angle of a cyclic quad. So jy gaan dit ergens moet gebruik. Van julle het daar vir my gesê hoek in 'n halwe sirkel. There is no semicircle there because we don't have a diameter. Nee? Sê julle saam? Sien julle enigsins 'n middellyn? Nee. Okay, en dan die laaste een het hulle gevra vir hierdie klein ene vir die hoek BAC. So you just subtract those two from one another. En jy hoef nie rede vir hom te vergeet nie. Dis maar net omdat as die twee hoeke saam 80 is, dan moet daai hoek gelyk wees aan 40. Now they say, hence prove that this line is the same length as this line. Okay, so that one was, let's say, level 3, because you had to see that you've proven that this one is 40 degrees, and you've proven that this one is 40 degrees. And do you see that these two that I highlighted yellow subtend those two? En ons het mos 'n stelling wat sê, gelyke koorde onderspan gelyke hoeke. Do you see that? Nee? So this one must be the same length as that, because equal chords subtend equal angles. So since you've proven that the two angles are equal, you can deduct that the two chords must be the same length. Die probleem met meetkunde is, as jy nie 2.1 kon doen nie, sou jy gesukkel het met 2.2. Because where do you get the 40 degrees from then? So at 2.1, those 5 marks were all level 1 and 2 questions. We expect you to be able to do those. 2.2 is a bit more difficult, but because you have proven that A1 is equal to A2, you can deduct that DC is equal to BC. Gelyke koorde onderspan gelyke hoeke. Okay, then 2.3, it went a little bit better, but you guys didn't write down all the reasons, so you missed marks on your reasons. Hulle sê vir jou, as gegee word dat OC gelyk is aan 5, en OF gelyk is aan 2,5, bepaal die lengte van AD, los jou antwoord in wortelvorm. One of you drew in this line. Who was that? Wie het gewerk met OA? You got full marks. Okay. So, jy mag dit ook gedoen het, maar wat die memo eintlik gevra het, is hulle wou gehad het, jy moes gesê het, dat OC is so lank soos OD. And now you're working in this triangle. Okay, want in daai driehoek het jy nou 2 van die sye. So then you can say that the side FD will be equal to OD squared minus OF squared. Pythagoras. So then you get that FD is equal to 5 root 3 over 2. Okay. Meeste van julle het tot daar gekom. Yeah. Okay, then you had to see that this line is from the midpoint of the circle and it is perpendicular to the chord. En dan het ons 'n stelling wat sê die lyn uit die middelpunt van die sirkel wat loodreg is op die koord, halveer die koord. But you had to give that reason. And because those two are equal, the line AD will be equal to 5 root 3. Okay, so jy moes daai radius as 'n rede bygesit het, alles in nou. To get that mark, then you got a mark for that, you got a mark for this reason, and you got a mark for your answer. Yes? I didn't get a mark for the reason. For this reason? Yes. What did you write? I said line from center bisect chord. Line from center of circle, you have to say that it is perpendicular, else the reason is incorrect. It's the line from the midpoint perpendicular to the chord, bisects the chord. Oh, I know what you did, because a lot of you did this. You gave me a or. Line from center, and then you said something like, so that's two different reasons. The one reason is line from center bisects, and the thing that you can deduct from that is that the line is perpendicular to the chord. And then the other reason is line from center perpendicular to chord, and what you can deduct from that is that the line bisects the chord. So remember with those, we said you have to say two things to conclude.